Yo guys, let's jump back at the plays for you guys for the MLB games on Monday. I got two plays for you in this video that we're going to get into very quickly. First, before we do, the run has been insane. We're on a 22-6 run, which is literally almost 80% hit rate, which is ridiculous. This was the last play we had in the last video. Unfortunately, Steven Kwan went over. The other two obviously hit. So very, very close to cashing the 3-man, but I did tell you guys to flex that, so hopefully you did. With all that being said, we're going to hop into these plays in 1 second. First, make sure to drop a like on this video. Obviously, it's free. It takes 1 second to do it. Helps me out so much, guys. The love and support on the channel has been insane. So thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe either. That's going to help you out because, again, we post these free pick videos for you every single day. We have been cashing a slip almost every single day on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so don't miss any of the future videos. Before we get into the plays today, I also want to let you know I will leave the links for this down below in the description of this video. If you go right now and download either the Sleeper, Chalkboard, or Parlay Play apps, right when you download the apps, it's going to ask you if you have a promo code. Real quick, you just type in code GHOST. It's the same code on all three apps, guys. When you type this code in, they will give you a $100 deposit match for completely free. So with all three apps, obviously that means you could get up to $300 for completely free. I tell you guys this all the time. It's literally the best advice I could possibly give you, especially when it comes to sports betting. Obviously, Sleeper and Chalkboard both have 0.5 free squares for these games on Monday as well. So right now, you could go get on Sleeper or Chalkboard, get $100 for free and a free square. You're almost at that point. I hate using the word guaranteed, but that's as close to guaranteed money as you could possibly get when it comes to sports betting. So again, I will leave the links to all these apps down below in the description of this video. Again, you just have to make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. As long as you type that in before you deposit, you could get up to $300 for completely free and 2 free squares. Highly recommend. Also, by the way, in case you're curious, I do use all 3 of these apps every single day. They're great apps, have never done me wrong. Everyone that's ever used it, I've never heard anybody complain about it. So they're really good apps. And right now they have way better lines and payouts than Prizepicks. So for baseball season especially, I would highly recommend to have at least one, if not all 3 of these apps downloaded on your phone. Also, when you use code GHOST on one of these apps, you could get a free month of VIP if you want. The VIP has been going absolutely stupid. So if you want a free month of VIP where you get extra plays texted directly to your phone every single day, just drop a comment down below letting me know you used code GHOST. That way I can find you and I'll send you the link to the VIP. But again, you get free month of VIP, a free $100 for every app, and 2 free squares. So highly recommended. Just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit on those apps. Again, links are down below in the description. But let's hop into the plays. So like I said, we're hitting at almost 80% hit rate, which is literally unheard of. I've never done it on this channel before. I've never seen anybody do it unless they're lying. But you guys can go back and watch the videos. We've been cashing like crazy. So hopefully we can do it again here. The first play we're going to be taking is going to be Rami Gonzalez over on the Sox going up against my favorite team of all time, and that is the Colorado Rockies. Why is that my favorite team ever? Because they're the worst baseball team I've ever seen play the sport. They are atrocious this season. Every pitcher on their team absolutely sucks. I love taking players going up against the Rockies. The only reason I didn't do it in the last series is because they were playing the White Sox. And like I said, the Rockies are one of the worst teams I've ever seen play. The White Sox are right there. They also suck. So I didn't want to take any batters on their team, but finally they're playing a good team again. So looking at Boston going up against Colorado, Rami Gonzalez, this is way too low of a line. 5.5, I thought for sure this was going to be at either 6.5 or 7.5. You can see right now, he is on an absolute heater. This guy's getting at least 1 hit every single game. Let's go look at his hits right here. Look at the hits he's had in the last couple games. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. When I say he's on a heater, he's literally one of the hottest hitters in the entire league right now. No Diddy. That sounds a little crazy, but he's literally on a crazy hot streak right now. So over 5.5, that's a really low line for him. Obviously, going up against Colorado, this game is projected to be very high scoring. Boston is projected to win by a ton of runs, so they should get 5 or 6 or 7, maybe even more runs in this game. Also, the pitcher for Colorado is Gomber. Gomber absolutely sucks. We go against him all the time. Love taking overs against him. He had a game a couple, weeks ago or whatever where he gave up 10 hits and 8 runs, something stupid like that. The guy does it all the time. He's almost guaranteed, knock on wood, don't want to jinx it, but he's almost guaranteed every time he goes out there to give up at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or more runs every single game he plays. So really bad pitcher, really good matchup for him, really low line. So I really like Gonzalez here. And again, it's Boston against Colorado. So you could almost go take any hitter you want on Boston to go over. I like pretty much everyone. Real quick, I'll just give a quick little shout out to Trevor Story over here. Also on a heater. This guy is cashing like crazy. So he's been doing really well. Also, obviously on Boston, same exact matchup and everything. So I like him as well. But personally, if I have to choose one, I'm taking Gonzalez today. The second play I have is going to be Nolan, and we're going to be taking under on Nolan. So he's going up against Jacob deGrom. Obviously, if you've seen any last couple videos in the last couple weeks or so, I love looking when Jacob deGrom plays, love taking under on the players going up against him. You guys saw it in the last video. Whenever you have a really good pitcher playing, I love taking opposing players under going up against them. In baseball, it's very, I don't want to say easy, but when you look at matchups, it's very, very telling on what's going to happen. So I really like Nolan to go under 5 fantasy score. I like the line at 5. 5.5, when I'm taking an under, 5.5 is normally a beautiful line. That's absolute gold. 5, it's not horrible. 4.5, if this bumps down to 4.5 or something like that, I would not take line. I hate taking unders on 4.5. Love taking unders on 5. Absolutely love it when it's under 5.5. But the line at 5 is still pretty solid. You guys can see he's been going under the last couple games. Yes, he had this one game where he barely went over 7. He had this one game where he went off and had 18. But if you go look back at the last couple, weeks or so, he has really not been playing that great. He's getting a hit maybe every like third game or something like that. So he really hasn't been playing that great. I don't want to say he's totally ice cold, because obviously he had a couple good games here, but overall in the last month or so, he has not been hot at all when it comes to hitting. So I really do like him under 5 hitter fantasy score. Obviously playing Jacob deGrom, the guy only gives up like 4 hits a game, usually doesn't even give up any runs. So obviously it should be a very low scoring game. So there should be way less opportunity for him to get any runs or RBIs, anything like that. But that's going to be the 2 plays I have for you guys for these games on Monday. Again, make sure to drop a like. I always appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe either. Guys, if we cash again today, I don't even know what to say. I mean, the amount of plays we have cash is ridiculous. Hopefully you guys have all been riding these, entailing these plays with me and cashing also. But before we get out of here, last thing I want to remind you guys of, when you're taking these plays, yes, we have cashed a ton. If you take my advice, I've heard so many people, comment, DM me, whatever. So many people have told me they hop on the sleep wrap, use code GHOST, they get $100 for free and a free square. They pair all of that up with the 2 plays I give them in the video, and then they cash, make a couple $100 or, $50, whatever it is. But I'm telling you guys, if you get all this free money and the free square, and then you use the plays here on this channel, you guys should be looking pretty set for these games on Monday. So again, all links are down below. Just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. Other than that, these are the 2 plays I have for you for the games on Monday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.